Hey, I'm Chaplain Joe. I'm here to get you home. I need you to prepare to live. I got this little book I wrote. It's called I'm Home Yet Missing in Action. And the first part of the book, I tell a little story. Look, I get on the bike, check the oil, fire it up, and then just get on ready to head down to Florida. I thought, well, what the heck? We'll go down to Florida. There's lots of distractions down there, lots of things to do, spend the holiday season. So heading down to Florida, and on the way down there, there's lots of billboards. Billboards and billboards and billboards. It's amazing, all the billboards. One billboard in particular, Pain Solutions Store, exit 19. I just keep right on riding, and I thought, Pain Solution Store, that's interesting. So it got stuck in my head. So I could see another sign it's got a flashing neon, and it says Liquor and Lottery, Pain Solution Store, flashing neon, exit now. I'm not sure if they're connected, Liquor and Lottery and Pain Solution, but I thought, what the heck, we'll go check it out. So I drive around the thing, and I see this little tiny building. It looks like some kids maybe put it together, but there's some cars there, and they're selling stuff. So I get in line, I get up to the window, and I look at the menu. And of course, they have the popular items listed first. They have cognitive behavior therapy. And I thought, well, I think that's what I got from my dad, but or maybe at Celebrate Recovery or Alcoholic Anonymous. There's some fine print under there, and it says, the people that get cognitive behavior therapy have preconceived ideas that causes them to miss helpful perspectives. Yeah, I definitely got that from my dad. So I looked at the menu, and I have the menu right here in my hand. Brief therapy. It said underneath there, it's like got a commitment for a couple weeks, and it's inspirational. It's almost intuitive, and it's maybe miraculous in some ways. I thought, well, I think that's what I got from my mom. Then there's something there about the clinical assessment. I thought, man, those guys have a high suicide rate. I don't think I want them telling me anything about me. I definitely don't want that. So look down to the next one, reflective therapy. I didn't have time for that, but I can go to church too. And prolonged exposure therapy, man, I didn't have the commitment for that. Medication therapy, it says it changes the neurotransmitters. They accept TRICARE. I thought, well, man, I've been buying my own medication therapy, and alcohol changes neurotransmitters too. Medication therapy, that didn't appeal to me. And then down on the bottom of the menu of this pain store, pain management store, it said feelings. At the bottom of the list. It wasn't even in caps. It said feelings. It is what it is. Just breathe. Well, me trying to order healthy, I didn't like all the fine print on the other stuff and the time commitments. And, and if they weren't going to just give me drugs and let me go, I probably didn't have time for it. So I thought, well, feelings. All right. It is what it is. I'm going to trust my feelings through something I bought in a drive-thru. Well, I hope all the clinical studies are in, because I bought it and paid for it. I looked at it. I looked at the menu again. I just wanted to make sure that I got everything I was paying for. And I reached my hand inside this box of feelings, and I started to feel, whoa, I started to feel some shame, some guilt, some fear, some anguish. I started to feel, I'm not sure I wanted this box of feelings that I brought through the drive-thru. Can I trust my feelings? I don't know. I didn't know. Well, the liquor store was at the exit, so I pulled over to the liquor store to kind of contemplate my life and look in the box of feelings. In the box of feelings, I found out there was some hot sauce. And it said on the hot sauce, this can be used if you do not want to feel. Just add enough hot sauce to the feelings, and you won't be able to feel them. But just go right back to self-medicating, and you won't be able to feel your feelings. And the other one was sugar. It said, this can be taken if you just want to sweeten yourself up and blame somebody else for your problem. So they had hot sauce, self-medication, and sugar that you could default into if you didn't want to face your feelings. Two popular condiments that come with feelings, though. When people are faced that they have feelings, hey, I want to try every condiment on the menu that try to knock out these feelings. Try them all. How many condiments we got? 300? All right, we'll just check them all off. Yeah, I'd rather try all that stuff rather than face my feelings, wouldn't you? A lot of guys do. All right, well, I'm kind of guys, I did that for years, didn't face my feelings, but here I am, I stuck my hand into the box of feelings. On the side of it, it said Pandora. I'm not sure why, but I stuck in my hand in there and I started feeling. So, wow, what if responsible choices and facing my feelings really could make a difference? Oh, in the end, I make a smart choice. I pull away from the liquor store and I go sit down and I read about what it means to face my feelings. Choosing to admit you have them, that's a good start. Anyhow, facing your feelings is a good place to start. You got to face your feelings. And once you face your feelings, you could, just admitting that you have a feeling sometimes is enough to neutralize it. Sometimes just the process of saying, hey, I went through this horrible situation and it was, it was so intimidating just by stating that. Man, I went through this and I felt so limited. I felt so inhibited by that. Just by expressing stuff like that actually can be a help. But just by admitting that you have limits or you felt limited. Oh, hey, I just admitted that. I feel like it's not there no more. Got rid of it. In a way you did. How the mind works is that it likes to stay in the same pattern. It likes to keep doing stuff that it's used to. If you want to break out of those old destructive habit patterns, well, then you have to figure out that, your mind is going to keep you there as long as you keep getting the same intel. But if you get some intel from down in your feelings and you figure out, hey, what am I feeling? What? Oh, wow, that's driving my thoughts. That's driving my behavior. You get some new intel. Then you can break out of that loop of mindless behavior where you're running this mindless track. You're just running a track. You wake up in the morning, you run the same track. Walk to the kitchen, make some coffee, walk back and go to the bathroom, crawl back in bed, coffee's done, wake back up. All right, run a mindless track. Same stupid routine. Breaking the routine of just going home differently, or eating at a different restaurant. It just all helps the mind just to expand from the normal track that it's running on. When it comes to pain and trauma-based feelings, the mind likes to stay in that track. It likes to stay where it's accustomed. It likes to stay where it's comfortable, in homeostasis. So whenever somebody tries to pull it out of that sense of normal, it'll fight to get back there because it likes to be where it can define and how it knows how to function in that realm. So that's its normal. It's like the guy who grew up drinking mud. That's his normal. And doesn't know that water doesn't come with mud. And if somebody introduces him to a new normal, he can choose the new normal and the world is a lot clearer. The mind likes to stay in a pattern that it knows. Now there's ways to change that. One way is to change that is to just take a deep breath. Take another deep breath, a long breath. Take another breath. And get yourself into a place where you're a little more relaxed. Now that you're in a place where you're a little more relaxed, you can maybe look down on the inside of yourself. Then when you're looking on the inside of yourself, that's a good place where you can begin to change some things. Meditation is a great tool used in changing your behavior. I'm new to meditating. I've probably been meditating like 15 years, so I'm kind of new to being someone who seriously meditates. We meditated in high school a little bit with the Yoganandis. That was very limited. And then we got back away from it. And about 15 years ago, I got back into it in a serious way using heart physics meditation, which involves regulating your breath and then walking down some steps into it, like you get down into your consciousness, and then it's down in your consciousness is that down there you meet with Christ and you sense the empowerment that being filled with Christ gives you. Great exercise, great tool. It's just the beginning, helping you to regulate your body and relax your body to break out of the pattern that the mind sets. The mind likes to keep you in that pattern of dysfunction, codependence, sickness, internal sickness. It just likes to keep us in our own little messes. If you want to break out of that, one way is through meditation. If you're meditating, as you start to relax, you can be aware, you can take your sense of awareness and you can say, okay, oh my God, all this clutter, all this noise, all this clutter that's coming in me. It's like, I can't relax because all this clutter. Okay, you be aware. Write it down. Get it off your mind. Write down. I think, oh man, I'm ticked off at so-and-so. It's like, all right, well, I forgive them. I forgot to pay the light bill. Write it down. And keep relaxing. Get the clutter out of the way. And so sometimes you have to just sit there. As you're meditating, you may incorporate the use of tapping. Tapping is a very effective thing to clear some of the clutter out of the way. Maybe halfway down in your meditation process where you're really trying to engage your subconscious, where you can really start to visualize yourself, the successful person, the healthy person, the confident person that you truly know you are. So you get down in there and you can't get down in there. And this is no secret. You ain't going to get to the secret until you get down there. So there's clutter in the way. And you got to be able to clear the clutter. Tap it out. Go ahead and tap it out. So, even though I'm stuck on the stairs and I don't know why I can't go down into my subconscious, except I made progress. Even though I'm stuck on the stairs, I can't go down. Tap it out. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Stay there and tap. I'm stuck. I'm just stuck and stuck. See what comes out. See what comes up, and be like, you'll get an aha moment, and you'll say, I'm afraid of success, or I'm afraid of failure, or if I do this, I might have to get a promotion. It's like I'll be better at what I do. So it's like, okay, some people are afraid of failure, and others are afraid of success. Others are just afraid. They may run into stuff as you're in a meditative process where tapping can be used quite effectively. Sometimes you be tapping, you get it down in an area where you're regulating your breathing and you're meditating and you can't get down and you get stuck, and you say, and you can just go ahead and make a choice. And the conflict will be within yourself. There'll be a judgment within yourself. And you can say, I choose to release myself. I choose to forgive myself. I choose not to limit myself right now. I choose to open up my heart. I choose to open up my mind, my consciousness, to greater creativity. And so I choose to open up my heart to healing. Choose to let myself go and not punish myself any longer with my negative feelings. Sometimes judgments against self can keep you from getting down into your meditative area there where you can get down and where you feel like you're down there, and it's like, wow, man, I'm aware of down here and I'm aware of up here. Now you're in a meditation state where you're conscious and you're subconscious. So that's the great part of meditation. Can actually help you expose some things, actually some subversive things that you can use and you can eradicate them with the power of choice, with tapping, or just by verbalizing, just by exposing them. Say, hey, this is here. Sometimes just exposing those secrets of shame. They're no longer secrets, so we're no longer as sick as our secrets of shame. I'm Chaplain Joe. I'm here to get you home. Prepare to live.